Good day, everyone. Let me start by asking you a simple question. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for someone to recognize your potential? Are you waiting for the perfect conditions, the right timing, or a handout from life? Let me tell you something profound. Life doesn't owe you anything. The opportunities you are waiting for will not knock on your door until you decide to build that door yourself. Potential is one of the most powerful gifts we are given, but it remains dormant until it is activated by intentional action. Every person is born with the raw materials for greatness, but raw materials on their own have no value until they are processed and utilized. Imagine a seed. It has the potential to become a tree, bear fruit, and provide shade. But if that seed is never planted, watered, or nurtured, it will remain just a seed. Potential works in the same way. It is not enough to recognize that you have potential. You must do something with it. Many people live their entire lives talking about what they could do, what they might achieve, and what they hope to become. But their potential never materializes because they fail to take action. They remain stuck in the realm of possibility, never transitioning to the realm of reality. This is not because they lack the ability, but because they lack the discipline, courage, or initiative to act on what is within them. Potential does not translate into results without effort. And effort requires a decision to move beyond comfort and convenience. The idea of potential can often deceive us. We feel good knowing we have untapped greatness within us. But if we are not careful, we can become content with the idea of potential itself rather than doing the hard work to realize it. There is a certain comfort in imagining what could be, but that comfort fades when we face the challenges of turning potential into progress. It requires stepping into the unknown, risking failure, and putting in consistent effort even when the results are not immediate. When we fail to act on our potential, we deprive not only ourselves, but also the world of what we have to offer. Your potential is not just for your benefit. It is meant to solve problems, meet needs, and contribute to the lives of others. Every invention, innovation, and breakthrough began as potential in someone's mind, but it only became impactful because they chose to act. If they had remained passive, waiting for the perfect moment or ideal circumstances, their potential would have been wasted and the world would have been poorer for it. One of the reasons people fail to act on their potential is fear. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, or fear of inadequacy can paralyze us and keep us from moving forward. But fear is often a lie, a false narrative that magnifies the risks and minimizes the rewards. The truth is that failure is not the end. It is a teacher. Each step you take, even if it does not lead to immediate success, moves you closer to realizing your potential. Every action you take builds momentum, and momentum is what carries you toward growth and achievement. Another obstacle to activating potential is procrastination. We tell ourselves that we will act tomorrow, next week, or next year. But the longer we delay, the harder it becomes to start. Time is a finite resource, and every day that passes without action is a day of potential wasted. Success is not achieved in a single moment. It is the cumulative result of small, consistent actions over time. Waiting for the right time often becomes an excuse to avoid the discomfort of starting. Success is not achieved in a single moment. It is the cumulative result of small, consistent actions over time. Waiting for the right time often becomes an excuse to avoid the discomfort of starting. The truth is, there will never be a perfect time. The best time to act is now. Let us act now in spite of time. Many people fail to act on their potential because they underestimate the value of small beginnings. They want to start big, make an immediate impact, and see quick results. But potential is developed through a process. Just as a tree does not grow to its full height overnight, your potential will not be realized in an instant. It takes time, effort, and patience. The small, seemingly insignificant steps you take today are what prepare you for the larger opportunities that will come tomorrow. Acting on your potential means being faithful with what you have, where you are, and trusting that your consistent efforts will bear fruit in due time. Opportunities are not magical moments that suddenly appear. They are intentional creations born from preparation, vision, and action. Too often, people believe that opportunities are something external, something that happens to them, rather than something they can shape or initiate. This mindset keeps many stuck in a cycle of waiting, hoping, and longing, rather than stepping into the active role of creating the conditions for their success. The truth is, opportunities rarely knock on the doors of the idle. They are drawn to those who are actively pursuing their goals and creating value where they are. The two main reasons why I believe the idea that opportunities must be created stems from a fundamental understanding of how progress happens. Opportunities are the result of identifying a gap, a need, or a challenge and stepping up to address it. They come to those who are willing to think creatively, take risks, and act boldly. Waiting for circumstances to align perfectly is a passive approach that often leads to disappointment. Conditions are rarely ideal, and waiting for the perfect moment can cause you to miss the potential hidden within imperfect situations. Instead, those who succeed understand that opportunities are forged in the midst of challenges, not in their absence. Creating opportunities begins with preparation. Preparation is what sets the foundation for success when the right moment arises. Without preparation, even the best opportunities can slip through your fingers. When you sharpen your skills, expand your knowledge, and develop your character, you position yourself to recognize and seize opportunities that others might overlook. Preparation is about being proactive, investing in yourself, improving your abilities, and cultivating the qualities that make you valuable. It is about doing the work before you see the results, so that when the moment comes, you are ready to step into it. Vision is another critical component of creating opportunities. Vision is the ability to see beyond what is visible, to imagine what could be, and to identify potential where others see only obstacles. Those who create opportunities are often the ones who look at a problem and see the possibility of a solution. They don't wait for someone else to take the lead. They step forward with boldness and clarity of purpose. Vision requires creativity and courage. It involves challenging the status quo and asking questions like, what can I do to make this better? Or how can I turn this challenge into an advantage? Action is where opportunities are truly brought to life. Without action, preparation and vision are meaningless. Many people have great ideas and dreams, but those dreams never become a reality because they fail to take the necessary steps. Action requires effort, persistence, and resilience. It means starting small, taking risks, and being willing to fail. Failure is not the enemy. It is part of the process of creation. Each step you take, whether it leads to immediate success or not, builds momentum and moves you closer to your goals. Action is what separates those who wait from those who create. Another essential aspect of creating opportunities is recognizing the value of relationships. Opportunities are often linked to people. Building meaningful connections, serving others, and contributing to the success of those around you can open doors you never expected. When you focus on creating value for others, opportunities naturally flow back to you. This principle is rooted in generosity and collaboration. Instead of focusing solely on what you can get, shift your focus to what you can give. In doing so, you position yourself as someone others want to support, partner with, and invest in. Creating opportunities also requires adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and things don't always go as planned. Those who create opportunities are not rigid. They are flexible and open to change. They understand that obstacles are not roadblocks, but stepping stones. When something doesn't work out as expected, they don't give up. They pivot. They learn from the experience, adjust their approach, and continue moving forward. This ability to adapt and innovate is what allows them to create opportunities even in the most challenging circumstances. At work, at home, in the community. Perfection is an illusion that holds many people back from taking the first step toward their goals. The belief that everything must be flawless before moving forward creates a cycle of hesitation, procrastination, and ultimately stagnation. Progress, on the other hand, is built on action, not perfection. It's about starting where you are, using what you have, and trusting the process of growth and improvement along the way. Waiting for perfection often means waiting forever, because there will always be something that could be better, something that isn't quite right, or something that doesn't align with your ideal vision. This pursuit of perfection is often rooted in fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of not measuring up. People hesitate to begin because they don't want to face criticism or rejection. They imagine every possible way things could go wrong and convince themselves that they need more preparation, more resources, or more time before they can act. However, this mindset is paralyzing. It creates an endless loop of self-doubt where action is delayed again and again. The truth is, no one starts perfectly. Every master was once a beginner, and every successful venture began with imperfections. Progress, on the other hand, thrives on imperfection. It embraces the reality that mistakes and missteps are part of the journey. Mistakes are not failures. They are opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow. When you aim for progress instead of perfection, you free yourself from the impossible standard of flawlessness and focus instead on moving forward. Each step, no matter how small or imperfect, brings you closer to your goal. Growth happens when you are willing to try, to fail, and to try again. The process of trial and error is not something to fear. It is the very foundation of success. One of the dangers of striving for perfection is that it often leads to missed opportunities. While waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, or the perfect conditions, opportunities pass by unnoticed. Perfectionism blinds you to the potential of the present moment. It convinces you that it's better to wait than to act, better to hold back than to risk imperfect packages. But the reality is that opportunities rarely come in perfect packages. They are often messy, challenging, and imperfect themselves. Those who succeed are not the ones who wait for ideal conditions, but the ones who recognize the potential in what they have and act on it. Taking action, even when it feels imperfect, is what creates momentum. Momentum is a powerful force that propels you forward and helps you overcome obstacles. When you take the first step, even if it's not perfect, you gain clarity, confidence, and insight that you wouldn't have had otherwise. Action leads to progress, and progress leads to more action. This cycle of movement is what drives success. You must have to learn to weave this cycle. This cycle, it is far better to take imperfect action than to remain stuck in inaction, waiting for everything to align perfectly, letting everything that comes your way go by. Another way that perfection hinders progress is by placing too much focus on the outcome rather than the process. When you're fixated on achieving a perfect result, you miss the value of the journey. The process of working toward your goal is where the real growth happens. It's where you develop resilience, skills, and character. By embracing the imperfections of the process, you allow yourself to grow into the person capable of achieving your goal. The focus shifts from trying to control every detail to trusting that each step, no matter how imperfect, is moving you in the right direction. It's also important to recognize that perfection is subjective. What one person considers perfect, another may see as flawed. This means that striving for perfection is often an unattainable and arbitrary goal. Instead of chasing an ideal that may not even exist, focus on doing your best with what you have. Progress is about taking the resources, skills, and knowledge you currently possess and using them to create something meaningful. It's about understanding that your best effort today may not be perfect, but it is enough to move you forward. Vision without action is like a dream without purpose. While it is essential to have a clear vision for your life, business, or future, that vision alone will not lead you to success. A vision is the guiding force that shows you the path, but without action, it remains just a mental picture, a concept that can be inspiring, but ultimately powerless. Action is what transforms vision into reality. Without it, the best intentions, the brightest ideas, and the grandest aspirations will never come to life. Vision provides direction, but action provides the means to get there. The mistake many people make is thinking that having a vision is enough. They spend hours dreaming, planning, and imagining their future, but they never take the necessary steps to bring their ideas to fruition. They convince themselves that the right time will come, or that the stars will align in their favor. But time passes and nothing changes. Vision without action breeds frustration and stagnation. It creates a sense of yearning, a desire for something more, but leaves you trapped in a cycle of wishing instead of doing. It's important to remember that vision requires commitment, and commitment requires action. The power of vision is undeniable. It gives you something to strive for, something that excites and motivates you. But once you know where you want to go, the next step is clear. You must begin. Action is the bridge that connects where you are to where you want to be. Even the most inspired vision cannot overcome the inertia of inaction. It is in the daily choices you make, the small decisions you take, and the consistent steps you put forward that your vision becomes a living, breathing reality. One of the challenges people face when it comes to taking action is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of the unknown can all hold us back. But fear is not an obstacle. It is part of the process. When you have a vision and you begin to take action, fear will inevitably show up. It is a natural response to stepping into the unknown. But fear is not a reason to stop. It is a signal that you are on the right path. It means you are stretching yourself, growing beyond your comfort zone, and pursuing something meaningful. If you wait for fear to disappear before you act, you will never move forward. Action is the antidote to fear. The more you act, the more confident you become, and the more you begin to see progress toward your vision. Many people allow their dreams to remain unfulfilled because they become overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of what it will take to achieve them. They look at the end goal and feel daunted by the steps required to get there. But progress is not made in giant leaps. It is made in small, deliberate steps. Action does not require perfection. It simply requires a willingness to begin. When you break your vision down into manageable tasks and focus on taking one step at a time, it becomes less intimidating. It's about creating momentum. The more action you take, the more progress you see, and the more confident you become in your ability to keep moving forward. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who have the most brilliant ideas. They are the ones who take consistent, focused action toward their vision. They have a clear understanding that the road to success is not linear, but rather a series of steps, challenges, and adjustments. They know that each action, no matter how small, is contributing to the realization of their vision. Success is not a result of one grand gesture, but the culmination of countless actions taken over time. Vision without action also leads to regret. There are few things more painful than looking back on your life and realizing that you never acted on your dreams. That regret comes not from the times you failed, but from the times you never even tried. When you fail, you learn. When you never take action, you miss the opportunity to grow, to improve, and to make a difference. Regret is the result of potential left untapped and dreams left unrealized. Dream is the result of potential left untapped and dreams left unrealized. But when you take action, even in the face of uncertainty, you create a life that is full of purpose and achievement. Vision and action must go hand in hand. One without the other leads to unfulfilled potential. Your vision provides the why and the what, but action provides the how. The two together create the path to success. It is not enough to dream big. You must also work big. Turning obstacles into opportunities is one of the most transformative skills you can develop. Life will never be free of challenges. In fact, obstacles are a certainty, whether in your personal life, your career, or your relationships. No one is immune to adversity, but the key to success is not avoiding challenges, but learning how to leverage them. Every obstacle you face holds within it the seed of an opportunity, and the ability to recognize this can change the trajectory of your life. The way you approach obstacles determines whether they will hold you back or propel you forward. Many people view obstacles as insurmountable walls, something to be feared or avoided. They see a setback and immediately think it's the end of the road, that it marks the failure of their plans or dreams. But this perspective limits your potential. Obstacles are not final. They are simply part of the journey. Life is a mirror. Good things wrestle within you. It's when you deal with them that show your true resilience and creativity. When faced with an obstacle, instead of backing down or getting discouraged, ask yourself, how can I turn this to my advantage? What lesson can I learn from this challenge? What skills can I develop as a result of this difficulty? Every challenge presents an opportunity to grow. It is in the face of adversity that your true character and strength are revealed. Obstacles force you to think differently, to innovate, and to look for solutions in places you may not have considered. They stretch your capacity and push you outside your comfort zone. Without obstacles, you would not have the opportunity to discover how much you are truly capable of. Embracing obstacles allows you to expand your skill set, sharpen your problem-solving abilities, and cultivate resilience. Overcoming challenges makes you stronger, more resourceful, and more adaptable to whatever comes next. Another way to turn obstacles into opportunities is by changing your mindset. Instead of seeing a setback as a defeat, view it as a chance to learn and grow. This mindset shift is powerful. When you believe that every challenge is an opportunity to improve, you are no longer at the mercy of your circumstances. You are in control. A person with this mindset sees a failure not as an end, but as a stepping stone towards success. They don't let obstacles define them. They redefine the obstacle and use it as fuel for their next move. Obstacles lead you to new paths and ideas that you would not have considered otherwise. Sometimes what seems like a detour is actually the best path for you. When things don't go according to plan, it can be frustrating, but it also opens the door for new possibilities. Maybe the original plan wasn't the best one, or maybe the obstacle forces you to discover a better way. The ability to adapt to challenges and see them as chances for innovation is the hallmark of successful individuals. Many great achievements have come from moments when things didn't go as expected. These moments of adversity were the catalyst for breakthroughs, new approaches, and deeper insights. Obstacles also bring clarity. They reveal what truly matters to you. When you face difficulty, you are forced to prioritize your values, goals, and dreams. It's easy to get distracted by the surface level tasks and pressures of everyday life, but obstacles help you focus on what is most important. When confronted with a challenge, you realize what you're willing to fight for. This clarity sharpens your determination and commitment. It gives you the strength to keep pushing forward even when the road seems difficult. Turning obstacles into opportunities also means recognizing the power of persistence. Challenges will not last forever, but your persistence can. Success is not about avoiding difficulty. It's about continuing to move forward despite the difficulties you encounter. When you refuse to quit in the face of obstacles, you demonstrate a strength of obstacles. You demonstrate a strength of character that can carry you through the toughest times. The key is not to avoid obstacles, but to persist, adjust, and keep going. The longer you stay in the game, the closer you get to turning your challenges into opportunities. Obstacles often bring new perspectives. They force you to step outside of your normal routine. Think creatively and look at the bigger picture. They push you to ask different questions and consider new angles. This expanded perspective can lead to insights and solutions that you would not have arrived at otherwise. The greatest inventors, innovators, and leaders in history have often faced the toughest obstacles. But it was through those struggles that they found their breakthroughs. They didn't see obstacles as barriers. They saw them as stepping stones to something greater. When you learn to turn obstacles into opportunities, you no longer fear the challenges that come your way. Instead, you embrace them, knowing that within every challenge lies the potential for growth, innovation, and success. Obstacles are no longer threats. They are invitations to rise, to learn, and to achieve greater things than you ever thought possible.